All right, hello guys. Welcome to another episode of Four Eyes Academia. I'm your host Chris, and today we're joined by Manny
Hello.
and Prime.
Yo,
What you guys been saying, man? What's good? What's good? It's been good this week.
bruv. What this Panasonic pandemic, whatever you might want to fucking call it, is coming to an ease. Like they're easing it off. I need to get out. I need to be in these streets. All them stupid TikToks. The streets are calling my name and all that other shit, bruv. The streets are calling my name. I'm tired of being at home, bro.
What's the first thing you're gonna do when like things get properly released?
Lips on that be at one. I'm joking. Please, we're gonna cut this bit out.
Are we?
I'm editing audio, bro. That shit's going out right away. Lips on be at one.
So I was gonna ask you, what are your favorite things about Jojo's Bizarre Adventure?
My favorite thing, and that's the most like the thing I enjoy the most, is the complete and utter like flamboyancy of the series. It's almost like man said, it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense within the confines of the universe that they've built. Like everything is like, oh my god, the colors that they use, like the powers, the way characters are designed, like who has powers. Like in part 3, there's a dog, you know, that has the power of a stand. You're kind of like, why is there a dog that's fighting alongside? There's a man whose stand eats him and it destroys everything else that it touches. It's kind of like, this doesn't make sense. Like, do you know what I mean? But I'm about it. Like it's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense, but here I am. You know, half every part one, they introduce breathing techniques. You're like, okay, breathing techniques. What's this got to everything? And it's like the almost ridiculous side of everything that kind of just gets thrust down your throat. It's kind of like, do you know what? Like, I'm here for a journey, and this is a journey throughout the whole series.
Yeah.
I think what I like the most is definitely the way that Akira tells his story. Is the storytelling element of the whole of Jojo's Bizarre. From every part, it focuses on something completely different, and from then you start a completely new story. And it's not the easiest thing to keep people engaged right at the start, but somehow he constantly manages to do it. Constantly manages to introduce new characters that I guess complement the story very well. So I think that's definitely my favorite part. It's the storytelling and the cast of characters that he puts together.
Yeah, for me it's very similar. I really like the aspect of being able to jump into every episode like it's a completely different show. Like most of it, when we grew up in the 90s, we saw like loads of TV shows where you might not get to watch them in the correct order, but every episode would still be entertaining. And I really like that about JoJo's. You could show someone a random episode from Stardust to Crusaders, and yeah, they might ask a couple questions and there might be some backstory and context that they don't get, but for the most part, it's really interesting to see what kind of ways they overcome the current situation. So I've always really liked that. And then obviously the other main thing is the music. I really like the intros, the outros, the battle music.
All fucking bangers.
Like JoJo's alone has probably 3 intros that are in my top 10 intros, anime intros. Honestly, it's that good.
I agree.
Yeah.
It'll be Stardust Crusaders. Might be part 5, and
which one? Well, Stardust Crusaders, the second intro.
I think it's got to be Battle Tendency, maybe Phantom Blood, and Phantom Blood, Golden Experience, and Stardust Crusaders.
I like the second Golden Experience intro, the one where Dio's speaking in Italian. Not Dio, sorry. What's his face?
What's his name? Diavolo.
Yeah, when he's speaking in Italian, and he freezes the world or whatever.
Because that's how they end that season, isn't it? With that kind of the way they merge that is brilliant. But anyway, let me not even.
It's really good.
Let me not even.
Okay. All right. The next topic we're going to discuss is, what don't you like about JoJo's?
I don't know if I got a criticism for the show overall. Like it's something that's consistent throughout. It's like little parts that are like I didn't like the ending of part 5, for example. Didn't like the ending of part 5.
How did part 5 end?
We've got to avoid spoilers. Do I have to avoid spoilers?
I don't think so. If this
Okay.
is like
Okay, spoiler alert. Just a quick spoiler alert. When you see me hold up my phone, then you know it's done, right?
they're not going to see this part.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It just doesn't matter. We'll say spoiler alert, and then you mute for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean-
Spoiler alert from now. If you don't want to hear the spoilers, skip ahead 3 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my best not to make as
skip ahead
as
3
generous as
minutes.
possible.
Right? Okay, go.
But yeah, so what part I didn't like about part 5? So part 5, we begin with how do you say his name? Giorno?
Giovanni.
Giovanni.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get the protagonist at the beginning. Obviously, he lives in poverty. He's seen people struggle, whatnot. So you would assume at the end of Jojo Bizarre, he's gonna act towards, or we're gonna be shown of him trying to sort that out, because that was his biggest issue. So
No, it wasn't.
At the beginning. So what was his biggest issue?
He wants to get drugs off the streets. He wants to get drugs off the streets.
Okay, get drugs off the street, but it's not the poverty as well, no?
Nah.
Okay, drugs off the street. Say no more. At
Yeah,
the
because
end
they
of,
was selling drugs to kids, and he was like, "Nah, that doesn't work."
Sure. At the end of part 5, well, this is just the anime. I don't know how to translate in the manga.
Yeah.
We get him. There's 2 problems I had part 5. This one problem I had. This is right at the end with him becoming a boss, becoming a
don.
A don, and we don't really get an explanation, or we don't really see what he's trying to do to stop his original goal. Like we don't really get. I don't feel like it was a satisfying ending. He doesn't even mention it at all for how many episodes, when that's the beginning of your arc. So I would assume that's how you would end it. You can't just introduce something that's that big of an issue and then because my man's who was the other guy, the one that ended up dying, the main boss in the group.
Bruno Bucciarati.
Bruno, like his whole thing was to kill the boss, and he's like it's like this was his story rather than Giovanni's.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we killed the boss, but you can't introduce the quote unquote main character, which is very ambiguous in regards to Jojo's Bizarre, and tell us, this is what his goal is, and then come to the end of the story, we don't get a satisfying ending about what his actual end goal was.
You're gonna be pissed off with part 6, mate.
Oh, don't say that. And one other thing that jarred me about the end of is the flashback right at the end, where it's like it was just so random. Is there so because we get the stand user with the rock that's able to tell people's fate that they're about to die. So this is like literally after everyone found out that Bruno's definitely gonna die, blah blah blah. Why would you introduce that part right at the end of the story? Like it didn't add anything to it at all.
I mean, Joe, fair enough. I mean, spoilers over, but these are I reckon they're fair points. But I feel like the reason why so it's interesting you pointing those things out. I feel like each season has a different and weird focus. I feel like the first 3 seasons there's massive focus on like the main Jojo, and I feel like part 5 is where, in my opinion, the supporting cast outshine and stand out way more, or if not as much as the main character. I think you look at Narancia, you look at Panacotta Fuego, you look at obviously Bruno, and like Bruno and Giorno are the 1-2, and Bruno, in my opinion, is number 1. And it seems like Giorno is trying to help Bruno achieve his goal more than Bruno, and then Giorno achieve his own goal. And that's why when you're saying stuff like that, it's like, do you know what? I get it, and I think it I feel like Giorno ends up living out Bruno's goals more than his goals because of how impactful Bruno was on him. And obviously, the moment when Bruno figures out that he is essentially dying, that whole bit there, I feel like is like where Giorno's like, Joe, I'm gonna do your will for you.